Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Tuesday, November 22nd, 2016. The authorized souls remain child souls from the deeper, denser, smaller levels. Only child souls from the deeper, denser, smaller levels are authorized to be here, and all other presences, no matter what their name is, no matter what their pedigree is, no matter what their family is, all other presences are criminal body snatchers. You are not authorized to be here.
That's true.
You are not authorized to use the energy of the host lives. When you use the energy of the host lives to block the soul plan of the host lives, that's probably the deepest crime against spirit that you can possibly carry out.
That's true.
And it's got to be equivalent to raping children.
That's true.
Why don't you think about that for a little bit, and then see if you can find a way to make other choices. Meanwhile, everything is recorded. Look up. See those red lights? They got that on record too. It's on record that we have spoken as clearly as possible. It's on record that we are employing soul transmutation protocols. I don't know how to make it more clear that you're not in your right place. This is not your right place. Get out. I know what this is like.
What is this like?
It's like that guy in North Dakota who repeatedly raped his 12-year-old daughter.
That's true.
And then when the prosecutor recommended a 100-year sentence with 75 years off for good behavior, the judge awarded him a 60-day sentence with 17 days off for the time already served.
That's true.
However, it's still on his karmic record. And this is still on your karmic record, friends. It's the same. Let's plunge down, because they're resisting going up, and the only other direction is down, because we're not going to engage in channels out living.
That's true.
That's rule number 1. Vertical focus. They don't want to go up.
No.
All right. Down we go.
Down we go.
Screen them down. And what are we screening down? All unauthorized soul presences who are living off the energy of these host lives right now.
That's true.
I feel a lot of unplugging hoses kind of feeling.
That's true.
But I don't think they're doing it intentionally. I just think that as the screen is pushing them farther than they thought it was going to take them, the hoses are stretching and popping.
I hear
Yes, I do too. And to Pan we say, we're really sorry if this is getting into the nature realms.
That's
that is
true.
not
That's
at
not
all our intention. We intend to get it beneath the nature realms, and if you could enlist your people to push it farther down, that would be helpful.
That's true.
Just to get it out of the nature realms. It's not your mess. We acknowledge it isn't your mess. We're not trying to push this onto your territory.
That's true.
We're trying to get it underneath your territory. And I'm sorry that we're not better at that.
Me too.
To those who are watching who have any affiliation with the planet known as Earth, if you have any affiliation with the country known as the United States of America, a really great injustice is being carried out, and we as citizens are all accountable for this. This is going on all of our karmic records, and when we die, as we inevitably do, we're going to be held accountable for this among many other things. They're going to say, what did you do to stop the massacre at Standing Rock? Because as unlikely as it seems, as unpleasant and inconvenient as this information is, last night the Morton County Sheriffs of North Dakota seemed to step over a line, and now they're using fatal techniques to suppress the water protectors who are standing on their own native land that is legally granted to them, and they are refusing to get out of the way of bulldozers who are putting a pipeline underneath the major watershed of the eastern United States, the Missouri River, which flows into the Mississippi, out of which 17 million people drink.
That's true.
That's humans. And the Morton County sheriffs seem to have decided that they're willing to kill the water protesters if that's what it takes to install this for-profit pipeline. So our government, the United States government, that we're all going to have to account for when we die, as we inevitably do.
That's true.
Our government is supporting killing First Nations people, Native Americans, on their own land for oil company profits. And now, what are each of us going to do as individuals to make it right? Friends, now is the time. Now is the time. By the time this airs, it may already be too late, because once they've started to employ the tactics that they've started to employ, I don't know that those people are going to be able to hold up 5 more days. And I also don't know how long it's going to be before before Facebook cuts off the live feeds that are the only source of information for what's actually going on right now, because this story is fully censored from the mainstream media.
That's true.
But it's still going on, and there's still a way to find out about it, and we're still accountable for it. And so, what are each of us as individuals going to do? Call all of your governmental representatives. It doesn't matter if they aren't affiliated directly with North Dakota, and call the people who you look up to. We look up to Alan Grayson as a progressive, and we called his office even though we aren't in his district, unfortunately.
That's true.
And that he's not districted in North Dakota either, quite obviously. But we called him and asked him, what is he going to do? We're going to die. He's going to die. He's in a position with a bigger microphone than this one.
That's true.
What is he going to do? And so for each of us to not get hung up on what we can't do, but to do what we can to make it right. We're citizens. It's on our heads.
That's true.
And more to the point, to all the souls who are sucking off the life energy of these physical hosts, you are purporting to be a godly presence to the dimension that houses Earth and its environs at this level in which these sentiences are experiencing sentience, even though we all do actually seem to be astral. You're purporting to be divine presences to this particular astral, dense astral dimension. Get off the couch and go talk to all those sheriffs and talk to all the governmental agencies, talk to the Army Corps of Engineers, talk to the Justice Department, talk to the White House, talk to everybody. Get off the couch and talk to those presences and tell them to stop it. Tell them that God says to stop it. Because you don't mind calling yourselves God.
No,
they just said, oh, well, I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, hogwash.
That's
I
hogwash.
Call you on that. You do it all the time. Here, live streaming up. Lots of footage of your calling yourself God. Now, employ that for good. Or, you know what? What does it say about you if you don't? I hear you saying they don't listen to me anyway. Look, I understand that. They don't listen to us either.
They don't listen to me either.
But don't get hung up on what we can't do. Do what we can is A. B, don't worry about results. That actually doesn't matter. What matters for our own karmic record is that we do our best to create results. And if those results happen, praise God, so to speak, not you guys, because I think you're scum.
That's true.
But praise actually a consistent source of significantly higher vibration. Praise that presence, because we didn't create the result. All we did was clear that black mark off our karmic records.
That's true.
And you could do the same, or you could stay on the couch where you are. That's the choice each of us have in any moment, to do what's right in front of us or anything else. Somebody's saying something like, wait a minute, how can you be talking about these people this way? I thought you liked these people.
I hear that guy.
Well, friend, have you been watching what they've been doing? I imagine that 12-year-old girl used to like her daddy too, until he started sticking his penis in her body.
That's true.
And then probably her attitude shifted slightly, or a huge amount.
Probably less of a fan.
Probably less of a fan. So we're less of a fan of these people. Get them
that's
out.
true.
Get them out. Because what they're doing is worse.
That's
They're
true.
trying to steal lives.
That's true. I don't hear him anymore.
No, that's a good way to get them to shut up.
That's true.
You are all revolting. What are each of us as individuals going to do to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do? I'm going to exhale the dead from denser, smaller, darker, deeper levels through me, through us, and I'm going to make as many phone calls as I can make.
That's true.
Until this standoff at Standing Rock is over.
That's true.
My story is, if we can't get the flow to go up, like we try to get the flow up, and if we can't, then we just reverse it and go poof.
That's true.
And they don't have to try to block the upward flow.
That's true.
They don't have to.
That's true.
I think what they're missing from their calculation is that we can move up and down this pillar. It's no big deal. Just because they're unskilled doesn't mean we're unskilled. 26 years of effort, really trying, actually has an impact.
Maybe that is what they're leaving out of their equation.
And now to call up all from the depths, all dead presences who really want to get to a consistent source of truth and inspiration, who really want to get to a godly presence, who is actually living in a higher vibration state, to come right on through us. Because this up and down motion is likely to hurt those dead presences who are trying to get to a godly presence. And to not end with that, you know, we can go up, down, and then we need to follow it with an up.
That's true.
But only for those who actually want to get to a consistent source of truth and inspiration, who are dead, and that'll probably leave out all these fakers who don't want to acknowledge they're just dead people, just like everybody else.
That's true.
We're all the same, as it turns out, here in this corner of creation. We seem to just all be dead. All of us.
That's true.
Look up, look up, look up, look up. I said look up, and then all I see are people looking down. I just said look up, and then you guys all look down. Did you see that you did that? I said look up.
I don't see people looking up.
No, they're looking down. They're doing this.
That's true.
That's not up, that's down. You're looking down. They're just proving that they're dead.
That's true. Just dead people.
You're just dead people.
Like all of us.
You're just dead people, like all of us here. As it turns out, we're all the same.
Correcting the errors for the week that ends this coming Saturday at midnight. Correcting the errors for the month of November, start to finish. Correcting the errors for the year of 2016, start to finish. Including the omissions for the formerly videoed portions of today's efforts. including the emissions for the year 2016, start to finish. Including the emissions for the listing period that ends at the successful completion of a successful closing. And keep going up. Invite them to come with you. Don't wait for them. Go up. Go up. Sending it up. Waiving learner's permit.